I learned to surf just there at Manly Beach, right there in the southern corner in front of the surf club. My dad was a clubbie at Manly Surf Club. My older brother Jason is a surfer. Any girl that grows up with an older brother surfing, they want to do it with them too. I can honestly say I do it a little bit better than my brother.
So the ocean's kind of like a spiritual home for me. My mother gave me a surfboard just before she passed away. So in essence, that surfboard took me into the ocean. So the ocean has been kind of holding me, and the surfboard's been holding me since, in a way that, yeah, I don't know, it's hard to explain. There's definitely an on-the-moment thing. The ocean just tells us how to actually be really present with her. And I think that's why I kind of go back to her, because she just absolutely demands all my attention.
When I'm out here at freshwater, for example, and I talk to local surfers and I ask them, what's your position on sharks and shark mitigation? One of them said to me today, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I'm 7-time world champion surfer and chair of Surfing Australia. And I completely understand that the minute I immerse myself in the water, I'm immersing myself into their environment, their domain. And you have to accept that they're a predator. I feel that that mentality is widely respected around the world in most surfers. I can't speak on behalf of every surfer, but I know from my individual perspective, I recognise that there is an inherent risk every time I enter the water. I do what I can to mitigate that risk, but I'm also willing to take that risk. My desire to surf is unwavering, irrespective of whether there's nets there or not. Having travelled the world as a professional surfer, I've surfed in countless oceans and countless surf spots where I know there aren't nets, and that has never affected my choice to go surfing or my decision to go surfing.
I take personal responsibility anytime. And I think I hope that's our culture here in Australia. You know, I hope to think every Australian can think like this. To be honest, I've been surfing, 51 years now. And while surfing, I may have seen 5 sharks. Not just surfing part-time. That's surfing a lot in remote areas around this country where you're going to see sharks. When we look at the shark, which has been around here for millions of years, it's literally a dinosaur, may appear to us to be a really dangerous creature and bring up a lot of fear. I've had first-hand experience with that. I looked them straight in the eye, and big sharks, and they've had a kind of a response to me like, that person's a predator too.
There's a very low chance of being bitten by a shark. Like, the chances are very slim, very slender. You have a higher incidence of being hit by a car or stung by a bee and dying from that than you do a shark attack. I'm a believer and an advocate for coexisting. You know, we know as ocean lovers that once we immerse ourselves in the ocean, we're going into a shark domain, and we have to recognise that that is one of the risks that we're willing to accept. Given we know what we know today, it is absolutely archaic that we're relying on a program that was devised in 1930. When I think about culling programs, I just think it must come from a lack of education and a cultural belief. So if you really want to truly educate yourself, get off your board and dive underneath and spend some time on the bottom.
We're sophisticating ourselves in so many areas now. We've got a lot of great technologies and that are just keep on evolving. We've got to tap into that. And so we can live with nature, because we are nature. If we can use technology to actually create that scenario, I think that's ideal.